On this video, I'm gonna keep on talking about the trend lines, but this time I'm gonna talk about the longer term and shorter term trend lines, because it happened to have that situation today on the Forex forum that we have, so don't forget. So the thing here is that, as we know the rules, we do not need to connect two valid peaks in order to have a descending trend line and two valid demand zones or valleys to connect a valid ascending trend line. So from here is a peak, and then we do have this peak over here. Okay, so we do connect this valid peak with another one, and then we do have this one over here. So once we do have that one over there, we do have this. Okay, so this trading area is not good either with all these peaks. This area is invalidated. Okay, we all know that. So in this case over here, we do have, for example, another peak, and I made a lower low like here, and then we have these peaks that made lower lows, this one peak over here. So this is the trend line, a valid trend line. So we are not allowed to sell over here, okay? And we are not allowed to sell over here, and we are not allowed to sell over here, because this trend line has been solidly broken, okay? So now this is a shorter term, and we are connecting this. But if you zoom out, okay, what do we see here? We zoom out, we see that the daily is clearly down, and we can connect this trend line, this valid peak, with this valid peak, creating this trend line. So we do have two valid trend lines here. We do have this shorter term, which is more the daily trend line, and this is another type of trend line. Okay. The thing is that it looks like a more longer term that belongs to a higher time frame zone. Okay, Tyron mentioned about it this morning. So if you take a look at the weekly, let me draw this trend line also on the weekly. Let me see what happens here on the weekly. See what happened on the weekly. That trend line is the weekly one. So I don't, on my trading, I'm not taking into account now the weekly chart. But by taking a look at these longer term trend lines, it happens to be that this is also a weekly trend. And what happened here? That on this weekly trend, okay, daily longer term trend line, we do have this valid, okay, this is a valid, a CP pattern of supply, that we had a hit. This is a key trade, touch and go. I made a lower low. So I was thinking of shorting there, or at least a story I'm short up there. For several reasons, I tricked the rules a little bit, okay, but that's not within this video purpose, okay. So now that price has hit that area, look at this. On the 4 hour, we do have a valid ascending trend line. We do have this valley, another valley over here, another valley over here, and what happened right now? That we hit a higher time frame supply zone. So we are allowed to sell. We do have the rules to sell there, okay? But that's another lesson. So what happens here now? So now that we see that the trend line has been violated solidly with this candle over here, not this one because this is just a close, this full candle, the high, the low, the open and the close, this bullish candle, okay? So now we do have a level here, a CP area of supply, which I'm looking to short as well, to scale in. We remove this low, so this is a valid area. If we hadn't removed this low, then the CP pattern of supply would not be valid. It is great because the daily is down, the weekly is down, the monthly is down, and we do have plenty of room to reach down here, minimum. Okay, so we zoom out. This is what we've got. This is the reason why this area was potentially good for a short opportunity. You could have waited for confirmation. We do have a level of supply up there, and if price rallies up there, it could be nice to short because the trend line has been broken. So this video compiles in a quick 5 minutes what a shorter term trend line like this on the daily is, okay, and the longer term trend line, which happens to be the weekly trend line as well. So if you look at any time frame like this on any daily, you will most likely find these trend lines as well. You will most likely find two trend lines which are valid. So stick to the first one, to the steeper one, and then if that one is broken, that means that price is going to rally higher to the mean. So here, let me try and insert a 20 moving average, which I use as a confluence. Should be around here. Let me use a 20 simple, no exponential moving average. Right there on the daily. Okay, it was broken. But what happened on the weekly? You see what happened there? Right at the 20. The monthly is flat, but we have removed this. So this is a valid supply zone. As you can see, it hit the area and then it's dropping and dropping. And we do have plenty of room for price to drop here, but price will probably rebound from this area. But the purpose of this video was to show you that we do have sometimes the possibility of drawing several trend lines. So stick to the steeper one, and then once that's broken, don't trade against that one unless you hit a longer term trend line. On the weekly, if you are using it, I'm not, but it happens to be that many times we do have the weekly trend lines that can be painted similar in the daily, like this one. Okay? Thanks a lot.